Alright, like 10th time's the charm. Freakify here, and this is... I have found out that there will be a Borderlands 2, a sequel to Gearbox Software's Borderlands 1, obviously. And this is just a list of things I would rather them not do ever again. Okay, let's get this started. First of all, Gearbox modding. Don't let people mod. It's ridiculous. It's annoying. It ruins the game for everybody, and it isn't even entertaining. It just ruins the game. So yeah, make it a lot harder for people to mod, please. Please make it a lot harder for people to mod. Okay. Now that you've covered that up, well, we've got that covered. Now we can derp. Okay, next is characters. All the characters are basic skin rehashes of the old of a freaking. They all have the combined interest of a brick. They're an actual brick, not the character brick. I mean, it's so freaking. They have no. The characters have absolutely no differences. They're not entertaining at all. They're all different. They need to be changed. Like, they need a background story, you know? They need an actual story instead of just, okay, here's a character, now play. No, that's not how games should work. They should have a story. Because all the characters were boring, and Mordecai is a necro furry. And that's something we all want to avoid. I has Skype message. BRB, dude. Okay. What does he say? Okay. Next thing. Yeah, the missions. Okay. Kill quests and fetch quests every 5 seconds isn't entertaining. I don't want to be an errand boy going out and getting someone's groceries. Is that fair? I think that's fair, because Gearbox seems to think otherwise. They're constant sending me out to get canned skag meat, Hustler magazines, food to feed a giant skag, TK Baja's leg, and then 1,000 fucking brains for TK to eat for nothing more than an achievement. There's nothing good in-game. You get no decent in-game reward, which would be the only reason I would normally do this. That's honestly why I did it, to see if there was a good reward, and I did want the achievement, but because it was the last one I had until I completed them all, except for the new one, Claptrap Revolution. That was a good DLC, I guess. It was pretty entertaining, and it was different, which I liked. Anyway. Oh my god. What? Am I getting Skype now? Oh my god, I'm gonna get spammed out. If I get spammed out, I'm gonna be upset. Alright. I think that covers it. Just kill it with the kill and fetch quests, or I'll be upset, and I'm sure a lot of people will too, because those aren't entertaining. Well, maybe they are for a little while, but after a while, they just get repetitive and boring. Last and final point. Gearbox, this is something that is necessary if you don't want to go out of business. Comprendo? Okay. You have to make the game replayable. Have a replayability factor. Do you know what that means, Gearbox? Because you don't. Because you made the game so boring to play. And I'm getting annoyed at this, actually, now, because I've had to do this, like, 10 times now, because Audacity crashed on me. That's another thing. Whoever made Audacity, you suck. Just saying. And I have nothing else to use, so I'm using Audacity. Ugh. Anyway. Okay, so replayability. Make it so we can actually, it's more entertaining to replay the game. Like, I don't want to compare it to Oblivion, but that game was replayable, and I've been playing that game since like 2006. Did it come out? 2007, something like that. I've been playing it for years now, and I haven't gotten tired of it. Why? Because that game has a good replay value. I understand it's an RPG, but for a limited console RPG, 4 years is a pretty good lifespan. Borderlands had a lifespan of about 2 months. Not even. That game was boring as hell, and it was a newer game, so it should have had more available. It didn't. It was boring, and playing it became a chore after about 3 weeks. And I think that's why they put out so many DLCs, because they knew that the game wasn't replayable, and they still decided to just, well, I guess they couldn't fix the game at this point, but they just pumped out DLC after DLC, and like, they had 4 DLC out before the year was over, whenever the game came out. The DLC came out ridiculously fast, and it was just unnecessary and retarded. I mean, come on. It's not that difficult to make a game replayable. You can just make it so that missions can be done in multiple ways. It's not that challenging. Just like add like 5 ways to do every mission. A stealth way, sabotage, kill everything, I don't know, drop a bomb, use persuasion, I don't know. But please, for the love of God, make it more interesting to replay. It just got boring after a while. And with the horrible character design and all the characters being the same, it didn't help. It just stayed boring. Come on, Gearbox. You gotta get your shit together, man. Alright. And that was my rant on what I hope Borderlands has. Don't disappoint me, Gearbox. Don't disappoint me.